The Premier Mike Baird has thrown his support behind the state's police force after this week's damning inquiry into a bugging scandal involving its top officers. Revelations that Deputy Commissioner Nick Caldis was targeted in a surveillance operation run by his fellow deputy has prompted concern about breakdown in police leadership. Mike Baird says he has faith in the police force, but he is waiting to see all the evidence before he responds. Thomas Oriti reports.
The Premier wanted to talk about preventing bushfires today, but he was instead under fire over the latest scandal engulfing the New South Wales Police. This week's testimony from two of the state's most senior officers has revealed deep divisions in the force. Nick Caldis was one of more than 100 officers whose phones were tapped in an operation run by the now Deputy Commissioner Baird. His counterattack was scathing.
I felt every aspect of my life was invaded. My phone calls, my work, my private life.
And now Nick Caldis and Baird are both in line for the department's top job. But the Premier won't be drawn on whether the police leadership is in a shambles.
I do have faith. I mean, certainly the revelations we've seen at the inquiry, they are disturbing. And that's part of the reason that we undertook an independent investigation through the Ombudsman.
With 2 months before the election, he's being forced to back the pledge he made when he became Premier.
If there is anything going on that is not in the public interest, that is in self-interest, that is corrupt, we'll shine the torch on it and throw it out.
My pledge remains exactly the same today as it was then.
In the meantime, the government isn't prepared to stand anyone down.
We should allow both the Upper House inquiry to conclude its proceedings and write its report. We should also allow the Ombudsman to conclude his proceedings and write his report.
But the fact that Mike Baird had opposed the Upper House inquiry has prompted concerns from the opposition. Labor's calling on the Premier to come clean, claiming he knows more than he's making out.
I am sure Mike Baird knows more than he's admitted. He should certainly come clean.
But for Mike Baird, this week's explosive allegations aren't quite enough to act.
We need to see all that evidence. We need to see it in a comprehensive way. We need to get to a position where all of the facts are on the table. I am waiting till I get all the information.
Until he has a report in his hands, he's made his feelings clear. Thomas Oriti, ABC News, Sydney.